Welcome back. In our previous video, we explored the concept of EC2 instances, their types, and pricing model. Today, let's put that knowledge into action. We are going to launch, connect to, and explore an EC2 instance step by step. By the end, you'll also know how to set up a basic web server using EC2 user data. Before we dive into launching our EC2 instance, let's talk about Amazon Machine Image or AMIs. Think of an AMI as a blueprint for your instance. It includes everything you need to get started: the operating system, application server, and applications. AWS provides a range of AMIs. You can choose from pre configured ones like Amazon Linux 2 or Ubuntu, or even create your own custom AMIs. These custom AMIs allow you to package your software stack, making it easy to launch identical instance whenever you need. Choosing the right AMI is crucial because it sets the foundation for your instance performance and capabilities. Whether you're running a web server, database, or application, selecting the appropriate AMI ensure your instance is optimized for the task at hand. Let's dive right into our AWS Management Console. Today we are launching and connecting to an EC2 instance, perfect for those starting with AWS. First, we'll navigate to EC2 instance section. This is where all the magic happens. On this page, you can manage your virtual server, what we call EC2 instances. To launch an instance, click the launch button. Let's give our instance a name. How about test YouTube? Next, we'll select our Amazon Machine Image or AMI. For this demo, we are using Amazon Linux 2 AMI, which is free tier eligible. After that, we choose our instance type. We'll go with T2.micro, a good starting point. As you can see, there are other options like C5 if you need more computing power, but we'll stick with T2.micro for now. Here's the crucial part. Connecting to your virtual server require a key pair. Earlier for Windows, you have to download a PEM file and convert it to PPK file using PuTTY. But now AWS make it simpler by allowing us to directly download the PPK file, saving us that extra step. Let's download it. Next, we configure the network settings. Don't worry if terms like VPC or subnet sound intimidating. We'll cover those in future videos. For now, just know that we can set up our network to suit our project need. Then we create a security group, which act as a firewall to your instance. We'll allow traffic from my IP, so only our device can connect to the instance. More on security groups in a later video. Moving on to storage, by default, our instance get 8 GB of root volume storage. Think of it like the C drive on your computer. This is the default storage that comes with your instance. Let's review all our settings. Here you can see a summary of everything we have configured. Everything looks good. So let's go ahead and launch our EC2 instance. Once launched, go back to the instance page and you'll see our instance is in a pending state. Let's wait for it to transition to the running state. Now copy the public IP address of the instance, open PuTTY, paste the IP in the host temp field, then go to the SSH tab, open the auth tab and select the PPK file we downloaded earlier. Click open to start the connection. You'll be prompted for a username. Type EC2 user and there you go. We have successfully connected to our EC2 instance. In this session, we have walked through launching an EC2 instance, configuring security, and connecting using PuTTY. But that's not all. Don't worry. I'll be uploading a short video soon demonstrating how to use EC2 user data effectively. For those interested in diving deeper into topics like security groups and EBS volume, we'll cover those in upcoming videos. I have also included links in the description for downloading PuTTY and PuTTY. So be sure to check those out. And if you're on Instagram, follow my handle where I'll be sharing short videos on theoretical concepts including security groups and more. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your supports help me create more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.